Mr. Martin Forbes, good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon, Senator.
How can we help you, sir?
2022, I come to Philippines in Cebu to meet my now wife.
Your wife is Gay
Casador Cañete, sir.
Cañete.
Yes, sir.
Were you married?
Yes, Senator.
Okay. And this was when?
2022, sir, just after COVID.
And what happened?
So we have land in Bantayan, sir. We had 3 restaurants, which she closed behind my back. Obviously, because I am foreigner, sir, the restaurants I cannot have business in the Philippines, sir. So she used that against me to close the restaurants, and I believe to get the money from the franchises and the equipment, etc., etc. When we were staying in Cordova, which is where one of the restaurants were, she emptied the entire condo from top to bottom.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
When I was at the restaurant. So we're talking clothes, chairs,
furnitures, appliances,
everything. So I was left with an empty shell, apart from what was the owners of the condo, which was very little. And then obviously the tenancy was ended by the end of the month. The money from the restaurants was going to her bank on a weekly basis, sir. All my money from the UK was in the land, the restaurants. We also had the Ford Raptor.
How much are we talking about?
Just under 7 million pesos.
Ms. Gay Cañete, good afternoon to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. It's not 7 million.
How many properties were both of you able to acquire during the span of 6 years when you were still both together?
We only franchise, sir. Right now, we only have the lending and the land.
We were on Brigada 2 years ago, sir. But the problem, when we were interviewed, the person that did the interview wanted us to speak Cebuano.
Before that, sir, as I mentioned before, they took my evidence also that were as an accusation. So I sent him where the money first, sir, when he came here, April 2022, he bought a new car the latest one, the Ford Raptor. It's under his name, sir. It's under his name. And then May 27, 2022, it's our wedding. We spent it. We spent it 500,000, all package, including the prenup, the dress, foods, the venue, everything. And then, sir, we franchise pizza in the Daan Bantayan.
Can you name to us the businesses that you both were able to acquire?
Oh, sir.
What are these businesses?
Yes.
Pizza, burger, and then what else? You have the pizza parlor, you have the burgers.
ZP's Pizza. But that one, that third business, sir, came from the money is came
Okay,
from
ma'am, you have 3 businesses. Okay, the first one.
But actually, sir, the three business, sir, is not that's coming from the car when nasold na po siya. That's from the car's money. Because, sir, we had an car accident that was June 2022. We put it in the car services.
What Martin wants is that all the properties that you were able to acquire, the both of you, that includes the businesses, the land, and then money, split it in half.
Yes, sir.
And then you can part your own ways.
50-50, sir.
50-50. Oh, alam na alam niya.
50-50.
Yeah.
First business, sir, it's all already closed. We can call the owner, our franchisor, what's really happening, what's happening behind the back. Because actually, sir, he is very arrogant in front of the customer. He fight with me. He disrespect me. Actually maybe we have a staff there, and they see the situation that he made. He slapped me, even though there's my kids also, because we visit with my kids. And then after that, he told me that I'm a useless wife, I'm a puta, he said, and then you're whore, like that.
Is it true, sir, that you've been doing a lot of verbal abuse?
No, sir.
Against her in front of the customers?
No, sir. There needs to be both sides put across for this matter, sir. There would be times that she disappears for days on end, sir. And when I say disappear, she doesn't answer my phone calls, she doesn't answer my text messages, she doesn't come home, I don't know where she is. I am the one that is left to look after her 2 kids, Sophia and Zia. I came to
Where's
your
the-
country, sir. I married this lady. I gave her millions of pesos, sir. So how does she make me look bad?
Okay.
No physical evidence. It's all verbal, all marites, sir. If I was a bad person, sir, I would be in jail in your country. After she left me, after she made me homeless, sir, after I was on the street begging for food, begging for water.
Oh, so you
No.
I
that's-
almost,
it's
I
not
almost
so,
die,
sir.
sir. If it wasn't for the family that I am living with today, sir, I would be patay. I would be dead. She has all my money because of the restaurants. Like I said, sir, the money is going into her bank on a weekly basis. She is a millionaire because of me. Because of me,
check.
sir.
You can check my
Right, we
bank.
can. I am not lying, sir. I wouldn't
not
lie
afraid,
to a
Martin.
senator,
Martin,
sir.
so
Stop
do you
lying
have
right
a
now.
joint bank account?
That's the problem, sir. We were in the process of making it joint, but as I'm sure you can be aware, sir, things in Philippines take a little while. She left me before the account was made joint.
She has her own bank account
Yes.
without your name in it.
Yes. And
Okay.
because she is my wife, I trusted her. So the money from the restaurants, which is what was making us rich in the Philippines,
Right.
went into her bank. Because obviously I'm a foreigner, I cannot have GCash. It is hard for me to get a bank account, sir.
Attorney got it.
Yes po, Senator. Magandang hapon po.
What Mr. Forbes is saying that he married Gay Cañete in 2020, and then during their marriage, they were able to acquire many properties, including businesses, land, and cars, etc. And now they are separated, but not divorced yet. And what he wants is for him to at least get half of what's left of the business. And this is also another problem. Let's what's your take on this? They have
Okay.
Mrs. Forbes has opened a bank account on her own name without Mr. Forbes' name. So can Mr. Forbes still get some money out of it as his share, being the husband?
As it goes for the bank, Senator, every bank has their own internal rules. But generally speaking, since there is no prenuptial agreement, I suppose, then all the properties of the spouses are owned in co-ownership, or it's a conjugal property agreement, Senator. So there is no separate property to speak of. Whatever Ms. Cañete owns is also owned equally by our complainant. So that goes as well as to all of their properties, Senator. So as far as getting 50% back, that can be settled in the annulment proceedings that can follow later on when they want to terminate their marriage. Unfortunately for us, Senator, under the Philippine Revised Penal Code, Article 332, there is no property crimes between husband and wife. So we cannot file similarly like estafa or theft in the same way that we do usually in these cases because of the fact that they are married. So if we want 50% of the property, the best way to do that is in the separation of properties and annulment.
So during the annulment, when
Yes,
annulment
yes,
case is
Senator.
going to be filed by either both anybody of any one of them, that's when he can recoup all the monies that maybe he has from Mrs. Forbes.
Yes, Senator. Usually in the course of annulment, both parties can agree in a project of partition where they split the properties owned by the husband and the former husband and wife. So that's the fastest way right now to get that annulment for psychological incapacity on the grounds of psychological incapacity.
But that would take some time.
Yes, Senator. Unfortunately, again,
But Mr.
there's
Forbes
no-
now is homeless and he wants some money from their business or businesses because he doesn't have any money, and some family is helping him, giving him shelter, food, and etc. Right now he's homeless, so he wants something out of their business. And
Yes.
Mrs. Forbes has the business in her under her
there's
management
no-
right now.
Even though they are physically separated, there is no separation or there is no dissolution of the conjugal property. So whatever Ms. Cañete owns is equally owned by our complainant. So he cannot be prohibited from accessing the funds owned buy the conjugal property. So he has every right to claim money from Ms. Cañete, Senator.
Okay. Mr. Forbes, how much do you think is she worth from the business that she's still managing right now and the property that's under
I
her name
know-
and the money in her bank account?
I know since she has left me, Senator, that she has acquired land and built a house. Now, we both know, Senator, that acquiring land and building a house is millions of pesos.
Depending on the property
Yeah, but...
and then the
yeah,
area.
Yes. The question is how many millions? Like, land in a nice area for a nice size is at least 600,000-700,000. I think is a fair estimate for minimum, sir. And for a nice house, foreigner standard, is 3-4 million. I think that's a fair
Okay.
amount to say.
All right.
So I would say minimum 5 million pesos.
Ms. Gay, give him 2.5 million and he's going to call it quits.
Sir, I don't have 2.5 million, sir, because we don't have money. I don't have money from him.
So how much?
I can prove
Okay.
that, yes, sir.
Okay, for the sake of argument, how much money do you have that you think you'll be able to share with him in order for him to be silent and let you go?
The only we have is the lending from his friend. That's money from from the car when we sold the car. That's from money. That's
Ma'am, how much money can you offer?
I don't have a money, sir.
You don't have even a penny?
I have a
She's
salary,
living a very
but
good life, sir. I can prove it.
sir, I don't. I
She's
cannot-
living a
I-
very, very good life.
She's living
She's
a very-
traveling, 5-star hotels, islands,
Martin, excuse me. We
restaurants.
both
I can prove this,
benefited
sir.
it
I can
because
prove
you
this,
came
sir.
here.
Her messenger,
Stop lying, huh?
what she
You
puts
can
on her
call
messenger, sir.
We can call our first business owner what happened behind the business. What's the lapses? What he did to me? Because sir, before him, sir, I have a late partner. I have 2 kids with my late partner, which is he is police. Because so to survive, sir, that's why we survive now. We have our kids has a lump sum and has a pension every month. So that's why we survive now, and I have a job right now. He claimed it. That's because he sold in my social media. He claimed that's his from his money, and then many girls or Filipinos message me, and they chatted on me that they said I scammed my husband, and then after I took the money, I enjoy it. But that's not true, sir. I have papers here to prove that we have money from the government. That's big. That's almost 2M, but it's not his money. I cannot give this money because that's for my kids. This is for my minors.
Did you buy a house and lot back in 2020 using the money of Mr. Forbes?
No, Sir Senator. We can do.
So
please help me
where did the money come from? The house, the property, the house and lot that you bought in 2020.
I did not bought a house and lot, sir, Senator. I did not bought a house and lot. We can do checks, sir, so that to prove I'm 100%. I'm being honest, sir, and we can do the lie detector. You can please do lie detector, Martin. Why did you do this to me? Why are you lying in front of Sir Senator, huh? And sir, before that, please call our franchisor owner to prove that what happened behind.
Then I got it. Well, what would you recommend to solve this problem for both of them? That we should be fair at the same time.
Yes, again, Senator, I think they should enter into a project of partition wherein they divide the conjugal property in the course of getting an annulment. In that process, Senator, they will have to prove what they already own.
Okay.
And they will just usually divide that according to its value, straight down the middle, 50-50.
They should do it in court or in barangay. I don't know, a public attorney's office in front of an attorney.
Yes, pending the annulment case, Senator, they can actually enter into a private agreement wherein possibly the proceeds from any of the businesses is divided amongst the two of them according to their agreement. That can happen even before any annulment happens. For example, they own multiple businesses certain businesses would redound to the benefit of our complainant, while some businesses would go to Ms. Cañete.
Okay, so probably they can do that in Cebu in front of the barangay chairman and
Yes, that'd be better, Senator.
If she meets me in the middle, Senator, I will meet her in the middle. I don't want... She has kids, sir. Obviously, I accept them as my own. I still love them. I don't want to be unfair here, sir, but I want what is mine, sir. I think that is fair.
We're gonna accompany him, Mr. Forbes, to Cebu, and the both of you in front of your barangay chairman, and which will also be witnessed by a lawyer, and whatever agreement you can come up with, then that should be the one which will be implemented. And particularly splitting whatever properties left, then split it in half, 50-50. That's exactly what Mr. Forbes wants to happen. Chairman Ruben Patigdas, good afternoon to you, sir. So we're going to accompany him to your office and do an investigation and find out who's telling the truth and how the barangay can help both of them square out this issue, their issue between.
Yes, Senator. Yes, Senator. We try to investigate about the whole story.
Okay. Can we do that next week? We're going to come by your office, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday next week?
Anytime, Idol, Senator.
Right now, where do you stay?
With a family that has basically given me shelter, sir.
Here in Manila?
La Union, sir.
In La Union. So you mean after this show, you're going to go back to La Union?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. If you want to stay here in Manila, I can book you in a hotel.
That would be
until
very
such
kind
time
of you,
the
sir.
Tuesday, when you're ready to go to Cebu, I will get you a plane ticket.
That would be very kind of you, Senator.
No problem. Okay.
Sir, we will help you, sir, and we will help you at with your stay here in Manila, and while waiting for your plane ticket to
This is
Cebu.
very kind of you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, sir.